Hey everybody, I'm back to talk about another song off of this upcoming album, Here for a Moment by Drew Stedman and the Cosmic Nothings. It's coming out on all streaming platforms on Tuesday the 5th. So this is the fifth song on the record. It's called Indoctrinate. And this song features another sound collage taken from old VHS tapes from my childhood. So what you're going to hear at the beginning of the song is actually me singing in church as a child. And that's really the subject matter of this song. It's about how music is used to indoctrinate children into belief, which I'm sure some of it can be a little bit harmless, but I think the thing I'm responding to here is the idea that so many people have a label forced on them before they even understand what that label means or are even capable of understanding what that label means. And that indoctrination lasts a really long time. So this is another sort of angry song, but it has to do with feelings that come up for me when I hear some of these songs of my childhood. If you grew up in the church, you'll probably recognize some of the references in here. The main one being I'm in the Lord's Army. So that song, if you're not familiar, is supposed to be kind of a fun kids song, but I chose to use that one. There were other songs I sang in church that I could have gone with, but I chose to use this one because I find the militaristic nature of it disturbing. I think just growing up from childhood thinking that you're part of some army in a holy war is just... again, I came from fundamentalism, so you might have come from a more moderate faith if you grew up with religion and not quite view a song like this in the same way I did, but I think that it's disturbing that children are one, slapped with a label from birth. I think children should have the freedom to learn about religion all throughout childhood, but without it being forced upon them. Knowledge is good. Knowledge of religion is good. Knowledge of the Bible is good. But I think the fact that I was singing songs from such a young age that were just like, I am this thing, that I wasn't possibly old enough to truly understand what that meant. I think is a problem, but see what you think. So here we go. This song starts off with a sound collage. Oh, and also this song's in a weird time signature. It's in 5. And Chris Burnside's again just lays down this really cool like shuffle in 5. The drums are really neat. Rob Bradley did some really cool slide guitar, and Tom Bauer just laid down this groove. He was such a solid bass player playing on this album because he always chose the just understated, consistent thing. And since a lot of the arrangements with the guitars are so dense, it was a really good choice on his part. And then we also have Chris Gatsby on keys. All right, so here's Indoctrinate.
Remind me of a time when I was young, singing on Sunday morning, raising my hands to the Lord above. All these songs remind me of the time when I was young. All these songs remind me of the time when I was young. Shall we know what's better for man is born?
and there's Indoctrinate. I don't know if you picked up on that one line. I never understood why every other song was about blood. And it was something that stood out to me. I don't know how many of you were raised with like old hymns, but a lot of them have to do with blood. And there's like this, in fundamentalist Christianity, there's a real emphasis on sacrifice and like God, of course, being a substitute sacrifice for sin. But it dates back to that idea of like animal sacrifice to appease God for sins. And so many old hymns put a heavy focus on that. It's sung about a lot less in modern worship music, but growing up, I was always a little weirded out by it. I guess I was just trying to talk about what it was like as a child, trying to figure out what all this stuff meant. You're being indoctrinated into something, and it's real heavy, and you don't even fully understand it. I think this was one of my favorite ones. I like the use of vocoder. My current band, Vivid Garden, I've gotten very into vocal effects, and I use vocoder a lot. And so that's that. If you're not familiar, that robot sound that I used on Indoctrinate. I just think it's interesting. This is probably where I really started falling in love with that sound for vocals. So that was Indoctrinate. I'll be back tomorrow with another track or two to check out. So thanks for listening.